gonna try this again. For some reason, I got full bars. I got a great cell signal, and I have no one to talk to here at the airport. There's a couple people here. There's one guy over there. But I'm a DFW, and there's like 4 or 5 people here. I didn't have anybody to talk to. And so I thought I'd jump online real quick since I'm just sitting here. Apparently, nobody's online either, or everybody saw it with me. And they're like, we're not talking to that idiot. I wanted to discuss some financial stuffs, possibly. If anybody's interested, I think the financial impact of what's going on is going to far surpass. Hey, Barry, how you doing, man? Oh, boy, meat chickens. I fly halfway across the world to meet meat chickens, and he stands me up, but at least he can make the live show. Way to represent meat chickens. Authorized Mike, what's up? I didn't think anybody was going to jump on here. Yeah, so I was just in Philly, and it was like super apocalyptic. Originally there was nobody in the airport, but eventually there was like my flight was like halfway full, about a little bit less than halfway full, and I'm in the DFW, and there is definitely not that many people here. Like I said, there's only like there's a couple people. There's a couple here. Like there's less than 10 people in my site. But I wanted to talk about, I wanted to talk about all this. I didn't sit next to anybody on the flight. I had the whole row to myself. Yeah, I got the Texas Millennial is picking me up in his private jet. He's not on here. He's at Lowe's picking something up. I just talked to him. I'm really hoping the Texas Millennial would be on here. Thankfully, I don't know if my brother's on here. I always sign my autographs as Rain Man. I did get slightly concerned after we had planned on, after I'd planned, it was my dad's 80th birthday, so I flew up to visit my dad. He's in very poor health, and basically I'm headed home now. My dad's in very poor health, but it was his 80th birthday. So I went to visit him, and I broke all the social distancing rules that there are. And my dad and mom are both high risk. They both have lung issues, so there you go. Here's a tip: buy gold and silver. It's crashing and smashing for some reason. Great time to buy. The market is doing what it should do, but they're going to continue to attempt to overinflate it. The Fed pumped in $2 trillion, and they're talking about, the Fed literally talked about buying stocks today, y'all. So there you go. If there's my thoughts on the stock market. I got out in 2008. I do bathe in sanitizer. I got some essential oils. I've been huffing essential oils the whole flight. I hate airplane air. It makes me want to puke. And buy those. Yeah, just get out now while you can. That's my take on the market. Yeah, well, they figured they couldn't do it with the MyRA, so the Fed will just buy it direct. I mean, at least with the MyRA, the supposed federal government owns it. What happens when the Fed buys stock with our money? You gotta love that. But they will bail the banks out again. The banks will crash, and they'll tarp out the banks for like probably 4 to 5 to 6 times what they did in 08, and it'll be worse than 08. So hopefully y'all have got your food 401k going on. Hopefully y'all got yourself some meat chickens. You know what I'm saying? I put I have the headphones on for better audio quality for you all because obviously I can't hear you. The only person I can hear is meat chickens, and it sounds like this. But the whole sickness craze, I do think, is going to be relatively temporary. Um, I think it'll start to subside within 30 days, but we could have a really good shot at a relapse. No, dude, I got grays in the beard. There's no just for men in the beards. I got no yeah, silver and gold's a serious buy right now. They halted trading today to stop the bleeding, and but I think this is a really good sign that if you ever thought the stock market was real, now's a great time to get out. That the Fed they also dropped the rate to zero. We will see negative interest rates in the next 3 months, probably sooner than that, because they're going to overreact. And yeah, they can't stop the bleeding. And the only thing they're doing is killing all the guys that are selling short. So silver's a great buy. Gold's a good buy. Silver's a great buy right now. It's just easier to acquire. I think I did cover the blow pop business in one of the stories about us. That was my first venture into entrepreneurship. And meat chickens is still sour because he wasn't a vendor. He wasn't one of my vendors. So um, I think it's just sour apples and not sour apple blow pops either, by the way. But hey, that's how I bought my marching band ticket to Battle of the Bands. You know what I mean? So, all right, we can't do too many inside jokes, or nobody will watch the live stream. But yeah, it's very surreal. There aren't a lot of people out. Um, it's all young folk that are actually traveling, and I'm very thankful to be able to get home. Originally, when I hit Philly, I thought there was no possible way that they would even keep the airports open because I was literally the only person there, and it was whatever time it was, 1 o'clock, and there was only airline employees and workers and whatnot, and the whole supply chain thing will easily bounce back. So and buy local. Don't buy at the big guys at the Costco's and the Walmart because they're going to get emptied out first. Just buy local. Our local grocery store is, I am going home. I'm going home. And I threatened to walk. I'm like, if they travel ban me, I will stink and walk home. Look behind me. Where are you? Who is it? No, I'm not paranoid. Who's behind me, Josh? Nobody. Listen to him. I try not to. I'm glad I can kind of I like the whole headphones thing. I'm kind of like ADD, idiot savant, and it helps me concentrate. So, meat chickens is giving you a great tip to buy meat chickens. The safest bet, yeah. Grow them out, and we have about 40 or 50 chickens, so I'm feeling pretty good about our meat chickens. Is anybody else going to be traveling anytime soon? I can't believe that none of the boys are on. They must be out doing chores or something. It's kind of skunky down here today. I missed gas is 174. Oh yeah, gas will continue to tank. Well, I'm moving behind 300 higher orders. Well, that's because the buys are higher than the. Oh, that's awful. Hey Barry, where are y'all at right now? Are you still in Texas or are you up in Missouri? Been lockdowns in Missouri. Wow. So you guys bunkered up early, huh? Yeah, I'm not really worried about getting sick at all. I'm just more concerned about they're just going to trash our. Well, they're going to attempt to support our economy, but they kicked the can down the road so many times. They're just not going to have. They got no tricks left in their bag of tricks. Y'all are in North Carolina. Y'all been driving. I don't drink Yoo-hoo. It's not good for you. We've been stocking up on the dry goods there, authorized Mike. So you'll probably be making lots of trips to our house. Daniel, how many trees did you end up buying? Well, Texas mom just texted me. And I got a picture. If you notice the thumbnail, that was from Philly. And then when I was making my way to the terminal, there was like no people. It was crazy. So weird. I don't travel that much. I hate the Babylons. And, I've been telling everybody to get out of Babylon. Now you know why. One little sickness and everybody flips their wig. And the only thing that's going to be greater than the financial impact of this thing are all the kooky birds in the Babylons. There's some great ticket deals now. I wish I waited till the last second to buy my tickets. I ordered my gopher baskets. I don't know if they got delivered. They should have gotten delivered today. So if they do try to, it shouldn't affect my work really for a while anyway. So we'll see. All right, 12 and 12, good deal. Yeah, Bob Wells has great trees, and so does Leg Creek. Thank you very much. Yeah, hopefully my my flight doesn't leave here till 9. So I don't know why they allow so much time for switching over. I made a video on gopher baskets. Yeah, it's going to be cool. Hunter! Yo, Hunter. I heard that West Virginia is the only state that has no confirmed cases of the corona. Is that true? I'm going home, Hunter. I was just visiting my dad for his 80th birthday. And I am in the last leg. I'm flying. I'm jumping from Dallas to Longview. Authorized Mike, are you talking about Hunter Kidwell or are you talking about Hunter Biden? Please clarify. So Hunter Kidwell, is it true that there are no cases of the boogeyman? Whoa, check it out. Nobody. There's a lot of truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that. I've been snorting my essential oils. It's probably why my nose is a little red. So I have like a immunodefense cocktail, a very small bottle. So I didn't get TSA'd, and I let them backscatter me twice because I didn't want to get groped by the homos in TSA, the angry homos. So I got backscattered twice. So I've been breathing lots of essential oils trying to counteract the radiation. Yeah, I haven't taken the jungle juice in a very long time, but I juice a lot. And Meat Chickens is very upset that I juice. He really thinks that I should only drink smoothies, but he doesn't understand the therapeutic effects of the phytonutrient concentration. Yeah, I heard something about Virginia was going to, or West Virginia was going to absorb a county in Virginia or something? There's lots of great videos on it, Meat Chickens, about the therapeutic effects of juicing and the high doses of, we had depleted So authorized Mike thinks they're going to blue helmet us, huh? I think they're just going to use all of our people's. I think this one's going to be a soft. This is just a trial run for the next one. I do think the virus could rebound in winter and it could be worse. Nah, no hide laws. The 9/11 planes weren't holograms. Just saying. All right. So does anybody have any questions, comments, thoughts? Nobody else is traveling. I'm the only idiot apparently. I didn't really think about it. I didn't think that it would be an issue until I was like driving to the airport, and I'm like, wow, if they pull some shenanigans. Okay, I know Meat Chickens has lots of questions. Does anybody, Meat Chickens knows the answer to most of the questions that he asked. But does anybody else? There are very, very, very few kids, which is kind of interesting because the virus doesn't really affect children. They can only be a carrier, basically, which is very good news. It was very good. And I understand the philosophy of quarantining, but honestly, I can't really see how it could stop the spread. I do believe the virus is probably real. I don't think it's fake. I'm doing push-ups right now, bro. Stay strong. Charlie's in the jungle getting stronger, bro. Um, the virus is real. Ask Meat Chickens. He's a food scientist. The East Texas Ranger. Hey, man, I was trying to sync up with you when I was down in Jacksonville. I'll be back down there. I'll be back down in Jacksonville. I'll have to swing by the ranch sometime. Yo, you know your governor declared a state of emergency. You got to get those federal dollars. That's why, dude, Fausto started. You got to declare a state of emergency or you don't get those billions, bro. It just shows you how much shenanigans involved. I do see them closing airports as a possibility. Domestic travel is curving by itself, so I don't know how they could afford. They're already going to take a major financial kick in the wallet. I don't know how they're going to be able to even afford. Well, they'll get bailouts. Obviously, that's how they'll keep airports open if they want them open. But I mean, it's kind of such a ghost town right now. Little ghost town. But yeah, make sure you call your governor. Make sure he declares a state of emergency. That way you can get some federal dollars. There's no strings attached with any of those federal funds, by the way. No, it's all free, and there's not going to be any waste with any of those federal dollars. And the real thing, if any, y'all don't have to vote harder or anything. Y'all don't have to vote harder or anything. If all of us, left, right, center, libertarian, if we could all just agree that we need to end the Fed, and I think we can all, if we're all honest, we can agree with the fact that we have the right to print our own money, and yet we've handed over that right to a private banking cartel that does it for us and charges us interest, and then arbitrarily decides to pump $2 trillion somewhere down the rabbit hole. If we could all just agree to end the Fed, they're out of starter fluid at Tractor Supply. Whoa. You need some what do they call them? Fat wood. That's what we call it down here. Texas, we call it fat wood. You don't need no starter fluid, you just need some fat wood. I don't know what they call it in Jacksonville. That's what they call it up here behind the pine curtain. Or at least the hillbillies that I hang out with, that's what they call it. Or rednecks or whatever. I don't mean to insult rednecks or hillbillies. If I've offended you, I apologize. I sincerely apologize. I hope you can accept my apology. So yeah, so it's just totally if we're going to if there's going to be any effective change in America, it can only be done by the dismantling of the banking system. Have you ever met a guy named Cookie? No. China shut down exports, their suppressed videos. There's definitely going to be some geopolitical shenanigans about this whole thing, but everybody is taking this on the chin. China's taking it on the chin. Don't know Chubby either. Is that like a reference? You know, they made that. They made a guy named Pop Tart. I knew Tater Chip, Lip, Weasel Face, Walnut. Um, oh, who was the one guy I met? He was my friend called him Tater Chip. Yeah, Tater Chip. That was it. Pine Knot. That's it. Smells like turpentine. That's the one. Pine Knot. Or Fatwood. I think they call it Pine Knot down here. They call it Fatwood, probably in West Virginia. I think everybody, I think all the countries are taking it on the chin. So I don't think that, but I mean, I do think there's going to be geopolitical shenanigans. China is saying that we sent it to China. Iran is saying that we sent it to China. They're, well, I think that's why they're pumping the system. They're almost not going to have a choice. They've already killed the dollar bill. So they're just trying to finish it off and flush it out of the system. The coronavirus will get cured far before my hairline, and and hopefully I'll have enough money left over to buy another toupee. Me and Wrangler Star. I'm trying to get a hold of Wrangler Stars, the guy who made Wrangler Stars toupees, and buy a better toupee because you can clearly see where mine kind of intersects. That's why I usually leave it longer, let it shag over, so people don't, so it doesn't stick out as much. I just enjoy hanging out with y'all. Bill Gates just stepped down off of the board of directors of Microsoft. I think he has more Volkswagen or Chevy. Ford. How's that? I had to drive my parents' Volkswagen, stinking piece of junk. No, we don't have a constitution. None. Yeah. No, no constitution. You like the little martial law? Let's limit it the gatherings to 10 people. Most people's families are bigger than that. What if this is an apocalypse? It looks creepy like that. I don't think it's an apocalypse. Yeah, and I don't even think. I mean, I think the corona. I think the vaccine will be a cocktail. I think that's another thing they're going to. Don't let a good crisis go to waste. I think the vaccine won't just be a corona vaccine. It'll be a cocktail for like the next three coronas or the next three flus, whatever. Bill Gates is creating the vaccine. Well, they already had the vaccine for dogs, and the Chinese are probably just shooting people up over there. Anybody else have any interest? Is anybody here invested in the market? Just out of curiosity, and is anybody expecting to get any money out of the market when they're done, like for retirement and whatnot? Like I said, I got out in 2008, and and it's always so you think so many died. Did you plant? Okay, did you plant your trees high? You want to make sure that your root flare is pretty much above elevation. So you want to make sure the base of that tree is pretty much above elevation because that'll definitely kill your trees and I'm suffering from the gopher dilemma. So if you have gophers, definitely make the small investment and put it in the put it in a gopher basket, plant it high, and I definitely recommend drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is very inexpensive and it just keeps the base of the tree damp, and it'll take off if you get enough warm temperatures. But the only trees I've lost recently are from stinking gophers. I'm not driving from Dallas because the little connection flight was very inexpensive and it was very convenient on the way up because there was only like a 30-minute layover. And somehow either they moved the connecting flight to later because I didn't think I was supposed to be having this much downtime in between. And right before I landed, they updated me and they pushed it back 20 minutes, but then they pushed it back up. So they've been moving it around for some reason. And it could be due to all the shenanigans. And there's people that walk through here with masks, and it's so weird. Like, everybody has said, like, the masks do nothing. And there's people walking through here with masks. Oh, hey, I got one for everybody. How come every company that you've ever done business with, how come every company you've ever done business with has sent you an email about COVID-19? I'm just curious because if you do unplug from the media, and holy smokes, if you're on Facebook, cut me a break. But if you've unplugged from the media, I mean, why is nurseries that I bought from Office Depot? I get travel like hotels.com and all that stuff. But I have building material manufacturers sending me emails about how they're working on COVID-19, and I never responded. Apparently, Trump did not ban all flights because it says my flight's on time. So it appears like that's the case. Either that or I'm camping out. Texas mom did want to drive to Dallas and pick me up, and I said absolutely not. I'm going to wait for my flight. But as soon as I jumped off here, I didn't check to make sure that. No, I did. I got the email alert that my flight is on time. Chickasaw, how y'all doing? How's everybody at Chickasaw Ranch? How y'all making out? Christine Taylor, fellow Texan. I'm so happy to be back on Texas soil. I'll tell you that much. Car insurance, Coles, yeah. Isn't that weird? Everybody felt the need, but see, the thing is with this whole thing, is they need somebody to blame, so they feel like if they don't notify you. That's going to be the big thing, and all this weird social distancing and all these new coined phrases. Texas soil is better because it smells better, trees grow better, people that eat food from the Texas soil are nicer, and that's why Texas soil is better. And when I got to Philly, I could just feel the hate, y'all. I just felt the hate. When the plane landed, I was like, what's that feeling? Oh, that's hate. That's hate for your fellow man. I knew I felt something. Oh, Longview. There it is. Departs at 9. All right, I'm on time. Just said it on the screen. It must be true, y'all. So I'm sitting right here. There's still nobody here. No one was where. They were sending me the hate because they couldn't be there to deliver the hate in person. All the Philadelphians had to like channel their hate at me as I landed on the plane. I'm glad you like Philly meat chickens. You have lots of boys in Philly, and that makes lots of sense. I have been to Canada. I know lots of French Canadians. I'm good friends with French Canadians. I've been to Canada with meat chickens. He's a real funny guy. See how I said he asks questions that he knows the answer to? I've hung out with I thought he was a one-armed Polish paper hanger. He hung wallpaper, bro. Thanks, Canty. Appreciate you, man. Another fellow Texan sending the love. Everything's looking good. I think all 5 people are here to get on our plane. So we're gonna be leaving. Oh, we'll be leaving in like I think now the sun didn't jump on. With none of the Texas boys. I told her I would try to. Oh, that's right. Oh, Me Chickens hangs out with some shady characters, y'all. That's why he likes Philly so much. He's tied in with those mafiosi up there and Polish Canadians. Does anybody have? Does anyone else have any questions or topics of interest that they would like to discuss? Is the bug coming to Philly? It now is that like a Second Amendment reference? Authorized Mike. What's that whole meme thing going around about Boogaloogians or something? It's like, I think it's like a Second Amendment reference. The Boogaloo. Yeah, I never really dove into that too. I never really dove into that. I was just checking the screen or saying, be ready to board. But hey, I've only been on here 30 minutes. My flight was about 3 hours, and then this little connecting flight's probably like only 37 minutes or so. Yeah, it's COVID craziness. I would love for like a light lockdown thing because I have about 100 trees to plant and I have lots of gopher baskets and I got to finish up my drip. And it would be kind of super cool if I just had the uninterrupted ability to do that, kind of like a forced vacation. How many people are concerned about the financial impact? Okay, most people, especially in Babylonian type environments, are 1 week away from bankruptcy, and there's going to be a large number of people that start missing paychecks. That's a given. And is anyone concerned as people, or do y'all have cash reserves? Do y'all at least have a 6 month cash reserve of your, living expenses? This is why, whoa, janitorial work. Wow, you probably can't even find cleaning supplies. Everybody's losing their mind. This is why community is so important, which is kind of why, well, the inflation, okay, in 6 months, you watch when inflation does, and it's going to go crazy nuts, crazy nuts. You don't pump an extra 2 trillion out of thin air into something. Even if the market managed to bounce back, the inflation would be, and 0% interest rates, and soon to be negative interest rates. For all y'all that have cash reserves, the bank's going to start charging you to keep your money in the bank, probably. Unless you got a really good small local bank, which I kind of do. Yeah, total Zimbabwe action. It's all happened before. That's the thing. But this is why community is so important. And this is why this whole like social distancing thing is systematically problematic because we actually need to be closer now than ever as a community, as a local small community. I'm not saying we all got to sit in a circle and sing kumbaya and hug each other, but the other very interesting thing is, mm, oh, this is definitely going to affect employment rates. Everybody's going to be putting a freeze on that. Um, but the other really interesting thing that's very interesting, and this is why COVID's the perfect boogeyman. After 9/11, um, we had to go to all the professional sports games to show them that we weren't afraid, right? And now with this thing, we all have to stay inside, I guess, and surf social media. I don't know. I mean, the only positive I can take from it is that maybe the boys' channels will get more views because everybody's going to be posted up behind like plastic curtains, like not being able to do anything with their mask on. That is the beauty of being here. At least while everybody's like hoarding and gobbling everything up, they're very polite and kind and nice to each other. Yeah, it's nuts. Down to 10 people. I mean, that's not even, if you go outside in a city, like how could you even do that? If you walk out your front door, it's not even, it's great for me. Out my front door, I don't see anybody. I mean, my whole goal with moving to where I moved is I was like, I just want to be as far away from people like meat chickens. You know what I mean? I didn't mean that, meat chickens. I am holding some animosity towards you since you used this crisis as a reason for not meeting up with your long lost buddy. But it's okay. I forgive you, meat chickens. Ben, are y'all in Arkansas? People are being mean in Arkansas? They canceled the shindig, y'all. I was very disappointed. That's nuts. Oh, meat chickens. I just unblocked meat chickens. He got sucked into the ether, wee tree. You can't you can't ban meat chickens. He's my long lost brother. Rewarding, doing the homesteading thing and everybody thinking that you're weird. Hey, check this out. We were doing the homeschooling thing and like how you're supposed to socialize your kids, and now the feds are mandating homeschooling. So how do you like the ironies? Can you all just take the ironies? I can't even I can't even take the irony of the public indoctrination, lack of concentration camps mandating that people homeschool. What happens if it blows the lid off of their scam and kids stay at home and actually learn better and more stuff? And then what's going to be the reason for their existence? They see that's kind of the interesting part about some of the stuff they're doing, because it is absolutely systematically problematic for them. And the worst thing that could happen, I mean, how are they going to waste billions of dollars if there's not buildings to brainwash kids in? I mean, they can easily brainwash kids online. So I don't know who these other people are going to use to babysit their kids is the problem. James his life is locked down. You are homeschooled this year. Well, good job, dude. Yeah, well, that's why they don't. That's why they don't like to homeschool because they want a bunch of little socialists, good little worker bees to get their basic crash the economy so that everybody to try to force everybody on a basic universal income. Oh well, I'm in Dallas Fort Worth right now, and you're in Fort Worth. Oh, that's right. Yeah, what was that homeschool? Was that homeschool deal? I'm surprised they didn't cancel that. I'm jumping off here soon, y'all. I don't know what time it is, but I got the flight crew looking at my gate here. Yeah, I don't know how people are going to be able to cope with the schools being closed because some people just aren't going to be able to work because they're going to have to watch their kids. Oh yeah, I'm the co-pilot. No, I just tell them what to do. I tell them which buttons to flip. Well, if I'm still in the live stream, I won't be able to do any push-ups or curls or be able to fix my toupee before I get on the plane. As low as the market is, I would still say it's probably a pretty good time to get out of it. I could see it dumping another. I could see the Dow dumping another 8 or 10,000. It's definitely going to blow over. The problem is the financial impact of it. I think a lot of this overreaction by the Fed, because of all this international social pressure, they kind of had to, and because of how psychotic our society is, I think they kind of had to too, and because they had to win and be right and all this stuff. But it's major. It is an economic tsunami. No, there's no way around it. I think the sickness could blow over and bell curve out in 30 days, but the economic impact of this is going to be substantial, substantial. And thank the Lord that we're kind of ready for it. I got people texting me. They must not subscribe, y'all. It's very sad. According to Uncle Larry. Uncle Larry was bankrupt, so there you go. There's a financial advice for you. Good old Uncle Larry was bankrupt. I must have missed something. Oh yeah, of course, Dave Ramsey, dude. Come on. I mean, I think he's good on his get out of debt stuff, but all these people are enamored with the market because they don't know because they don't have any other advice, and everybody discounts real assets and Ramsey talks about real estate, but as far as like real assets and real estate, you can't even touch real estate. And between that and then physical assets like land and infrastructure and obviously, homestead stuff, animals, trees. See you, Christine Taylor. Everybody, we said, hey, we're going to have to, since we're not going to see it at the Shindig, we'll have to organize a get together with less than 10 people and get to meet y'all. That would be great. Y'all should definitely contact us through Patreon, and we should organize that in the near future, since before we're banned from groups of larger than two. I mean, I know families that have more than 10 people. How does that work? Exactly. Yeah, if our families got together, it'd be more than 10 people. And we'd be outlaws. We'd be lawbreakers. I always like to point that out to people when they talk to me about breaking laws and all this stuff. I'm like, you broke 300 laws today and you don't even know they exist. And all 300 of the laws you broke are illegal. So who's breaking the law? We'll put the kids in the chicken coop. Nope, we still aren't boarding yet. It's starting to get dark, y'all. Well, I hope y'all have a great night. And Chicka Wolf, were you? I'm hoping that they rescheduled the shindig. The shindig is only about 4 hours from us, and there was just going to be a lot of super awesome people there, and some of our other YouTube friends like Jake and Becky. That's nuts, dude. Breaking the law. Oh, I was born to break the law, I guess. Hope y'all have a blessed night, and hope y'all be safe. I won't tell you to wash your hands and brush your teeth and use deodorant. Be nice to people. And don't hoard the toilet paper. You don't need that much toilet paper, y'all. Hey, check this out. It took a pandemic. I never have enough toilet paper. You want to talk about irony? At least in my bathroom, there's never enough toilet paper. And it took a pandemic for us to finally have what I feel is actually an adequate amount of toilet paper in our house. I'm just saying. And I don't know if y'all have women like I have women. Women use an inordinate amount of toilet paper. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be personal or anything, but like, when people are using toilet paper in my house, I'm like, are you sharing that with the neighbor, or what are you gonna do with all that toilet paper? Are you hoarding some of that for later? I run out of toilet paper uh, multiple times a day. It's like hard to imagine, and I'm not even home. So go figure that one out. All right, y'all. Y'all be good. Have a good night. We'll see you on the flippity flop. She's gonna watch this. I said it just for her. I miss my kiddos. I miss my beautiful wife. I miss my beautiful life. Can't wait to get back. It was great seeing my dad. Be praying for my dad. He's just he's been sick for a long time, and he's not looking much better. He's not looking any better. So, but all right, y'all. Y'all be good. We'll see you.